big day for you today at Stafford Rugby Club. It's taken a long time for you to get here. 3 years and here you are. Can you believe it?
So I still struggle to believe it, to be fair. Every time I turn up over the last 3 or 4 weeks, it's just been kind of one of those feelings where you think to yourself, all the hard work and the effort that's been put in by so many people has paid off. And I think you're right, this development has been kind of on the go for the last 3 years, but we've been trying to move for the last 30 years. So there's a lot of people in the club far more involved in this move over a longer period of time. But yes, it's a fantastic day today for the grand opening. The weather's fortunately held out, and we're very lucky and very privileged to be where we are.
Who's coming down today to the rugby club to support you on such a big occasion?
So we've got about 140 people coming down, and that's a combination of our vice presidents and honorary life members of the rugby club, our key sponsors. Lord Stafford is obviously coming down, and we're very grateful for his support and his continued support in getting this development off the ground and us live today. And also the Mayoress is here, and also some representatives from the Staffordshire RFU.
We're standing in front of the new grandstand, which I believe has just been built this week. Very impressive, Mark.
It is, and it was the final component. So the grounds, we've played about 4 or 5 games on here over the last 4 or 5 weeks, but the stand that we're looking at now is the last bit, really, and it really finishes off the ground. It's 240 people that it can accommodate, and hopefully we'll be able to fill that every week.
We're standing just to one side of the main pitch, which is an artificial pitch, looking at the main clubhouse. Just tell us about the facilities you've got here, Mark.
Okay, so yes, we're standing on the 4G pitch, they call it, which is an artificial pitch. In fact, I think the first of this kind of configuration in the country. It's a full-size international pitch. It's got floodlighting that enables us to play up to championship level rugby here. So that's the main first team pitch, and then we have 3 other pitches. We have another grass full-size pitch which is floodlit, and 2 smaller pitches behind that which are also grass. So we've got 4 pitches that we can play games on, and we also have 3 mini rugby pitches that we use for games and also training. And then clearly we've got the clubhouse, which is actually, we've been quite surprised, having not done any marketing. We've picked up a fair number of bookings for parties, etc., and weddings. And so we have the Fitzherbert Suite, named after Lord Stafford, which accommodates about 200 people. The Cooper's Bar, which is named after our ground sponsor, so it's Cooper's Park, home of Stafford Rugby, and Cooper's Bar, which is the bar where the majority of the drinking goes on. But we also serve food daily there, and then upstairs we've got the President's Suite, which has a balcony overlooking the first team pitch. We have 6 changing rooms, and all of those changing rooms are independent. In that I mean that they have their own showers and their own toilet facilities, which means that we can host boys, girls, ladies, adult men rugby at the same time without having to worry about segregating any of those groups. Car parking for about 240 cars, I think it is, and a full kitchen operation, so commercial kitchen. As I mentioned, we serve food daily, so we're very lucky, Ray, to be honest, and I think, could it have been any better? I don't think so. And despite the fact that everyone knew it was coming, everyone who comes here for the first time is kind of bowled over by the facilities.
Are you involving other sports as well as rugby here?
We are, yes. So we're trying to open it up as much as possible to the sporting community. So we have a power league on a Monday night, which is 5-a-side football. We also host a number of junior training football teams. So Stafford Rangers juniors train here, as do a number of other local teams. And obviously we have our women's rugby, which is, I think we're up to 96 players now, having just started that last season. They played their first game last week against Stone. And we have obviously a children's section with about 400 kids that play rugby, and then our mixed ability rugby and our senior sides that play here. So yes, football and rugby. I think we're also accommodating for meals after their games the hockey club, because I think unfortunately they got hit quite badly by the flooding. And that's also worth noting. I think there were several people who thought we might be up for some flooding given where the ground is, but not at all, fortunately.
Very impressive floodlights around the pitch, Mark.
They are, and so we have 2 options. So I think full lighting is 200 looms, but we have the option to have them on 100 looms for training. So we have used them, and we will use them for night games. They're off by 10 o'clock. And we actually had to use them last weekend because it was so dark during the last kind of 25-30 minutes of the game. We had to put them on, but yeah, we're very lucky.
Anybody who wishes to get involved with the rugby club then, maybe come down and enjoy your facilities, play rugby, get involved in some way, how can they do that?
So the club is open during the day, and we have a general manager, so they can pop down and see the general manager if they're interested. We have training sessions throughout the week, from juniors through to the kids, through to the ladies and MAR, mixed ability, and O2 touch. So if anyone wants to come down and get involved, there will be, after about 6 o'clock in the evening, there will always be someone here that you can talk to and get involved in playing, supporting, or just becoming a social member of the club.
Great. Anything else you wish to add? Or?
No, I'd like to thank clearly the sponsors that has been involved, because without their support we couldn't have done it. And I think all the support of the community, and actually the community have been quite engaged now that we're up and running. So I'd just like to say thank you to everybody, and hopefully this club will prove to be a real asset to the community moving forward.